Well, how's it going, everyone? We're jumping on live here, and the HRCC net is going to start up here pretty soon. So I'm going to pipe the audio in, and we're going to check it out and take a listen. So the audio is going to be about a second after what I'm hearing in my ears because I'm piping into the computer. But we're going to see how it works out. And if anybody has any questions, you can give me a give me a yell, and I'll answer them. All right, here we go.
Located in Findlay, Ohio. Anyone else looking to check in that has not previously been acknowledged
What
by
you're
net
hearing
control,
is the
please
net
come
control.
now.
He's
Give
out
me
of
your call
Ohio.
sign phonetically.
And it's Whiskey 8 Kilo Juliet Romeo. So we meet every Friday night at about 8:30. We do check signals, meet up, chit chat a little bit, and then they want to usually find out what we're doing for what new things we've done in ham radio for the week. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I've already checked in, so we're gonna just kind of see how it's gonna go.
Relay for net control. Looking for check-ins for the HRCC HF net. Come now with your call sign. Looking for check-ins. Looking for check-ins for the HRCC HF net. Here's some weak ones down in there, but not able to copy you guys. I'll put another call out here. N4ATU relay for net control. Looking for check-ins for the HRCC HF net.
November 0 Alpha Delta.
Yeah, November 0 Alpha Delta. Are you in and out, or are you going to stick around?
Just helping out with net control. I hear Kilowatt Foxtrot 0 Hotel.
So everything that you're seeing in the background, that is the 40-meter band. The waterfall is going vertical. You'll see everywhere. It's currently at about 7.120 on up to 7.300. It's kind of about the voice area for 40 meters. You can get CW a little bit lower, which is so the whole 40-meter band goes from 7.000 to 7.300. And we are currently on 7.500 for the net, which is the 40-meter amateur band and the 41-meter broadcast band in Europe. So you'll see those big signals all the way over. It's about 6 kilohertz wide. It's right above my head. That is AM broadcast coming out of Europe, probably.
Yes, very good, Evan. Thanks for hosting the net as always. Yeah, W8FNG. Not a whole lot this week. Did a POD activation. Been trying to do CW. Been doing it, just trying to get a little better. I know. I'm sure as I'm sure as a couple others have been taking the classes and whatnot. It's a long road.
The radio that I use here is an ICOM IC7610. It's a dual VFO radio. I also have HDSDR on my laptop. And that's how you're seeing those signals. There's a sound card inside the radio that allows it to pipe out the audio into the laptop, and then I have the laptop running, or the audio running into the stream here.
Next, I've got November 0 Alpha Delta. Thanks for checking in with us tonight. What's new with you in ham radio? What have you been up to?
Hey, roger that. Yeah, thanks for taking the net. This is November 0 Alpha Delta out of Denver, Colorado. This week, not really much. Been playing around a little bit with some XLX reflector software, trying to dial that stuff in. And going to HamCon up in Cheyenne, Wyoming tomorrow morning, so looking forward to that. And then maybe playing a little bit QRP over the weekend with my True SBX little handheld radio, QRP radio I got here. Wanting to do a little more playing around with that. And hopefully the band hold up over the weekend, but that's all I got for the net.
Make sure the audio is coming through.
All right, thanks for checking in tonight. I hope you have a fantastic time in HamCon. That should be fun. Let's see here. Whiskey 3, Hotel Echo X-Ray. Good to have you join us tonight, Hex. What's new with you in ham radio?
Good evening, all. This is Whiskey 3, Hotel Echo X-Ray. Nothing new going on. Threw up a new NPED half-wave up in the tree tonight to see how that
So
will work.
since we're talking some ham radio, the joke from the Fireside Freedom podcast is every time ham radio is brought up, I gotta have a drink. So we're gonna have a drink. Cheers.
All right, man. The antenna is sounding very nice here in Ohio tonight. Yeah, you're a good 5'9". There's some QSB in there, but it was short-lived. You're sounding very good overall. November 4, Oscar Golf. Good evening, and thanks for checking in. What's new, buddy?
Hey, Evan. This is November 4, Oscar Golf. Alec in Kentucky. You are sounding fantastic tonight. Your audio is great, peaking about 10 over, even with the QSB, so 40 must be a little bit short. Other guys were also over 5'9", so everybody's sounding good so far. This week I've been doing a lot of CW practice. Like Jameson said, he is rocking it, and I'm just trying to keep up with him and doing some antenna work. I've got the antenna put together and mostly tuned on the ground and building a rebar cage to get that tower up so that I can be even louder. Once again, man, thanks for running the net. Thanks for everybody for being here, and I will talk to you guys soon. This is November 4 Oscar Golf, back to Net Control.
All right, man. Hopefully that tower project's coming along quickly, and you'll be able to get her up in the air and in the ground before winter. That'll be fantastic. This is W8KJR, Net Control for the Ham Radio Crash Course Weekly Net. Kilo 7, Uniform Alpha Papa. Good evening, Matt. Thanks for checking in. And you're sounding pretty nice here in Ohio tonight, or at least you were earlier. What's new with you in ham radio? Go ahead.
Oh, thanks, Evan. Thanks for that. Good evening, everybody. So far this week, I just spent mostly
So Kilo 7 call sign, that tells me he's up somewhere in the kind of the West Coast, northwest, area. I'm a 9 call, so my call is that'll be Wisconsin, Illinois, or Indiana.
The low-profile HOA-friendly setup's coming along really nicely for you, and you are getting in good tonight. The bands are helping you out. Your setup's working. Something to be proud of for sure. Nice, easy armchair copy this evening. Let's see. KF0HCN was in and out. November 5, Sierra Kilo Tango. Good evening, Don.
Hey, good evening, Evan and Annette. I'm running 4K if y'all want to widen your filters and give it a shot. But anyway, the only thing I've been doing this week is messing around a little bit on 10 meters just to play around. So I'm just at work. I'm slammed with IPv6. Do you ever have a chance to do IPv6? My recommendation is don't. Anyway, this is N5FKT back to net. Thanks, Evan.
So he's down in Texas.
Okay, Don. I did not get a chance to adjust my filter on it, but I have heard 4K before. And, it's definitely noticeable, I think. So it's got some merit. Always fun to play around with new things. November 4, Alpha Tango Uniform. Good evening, Stephen. What's new with you in ham radio this week? Go ahead.
Oh, good evening, Evan. First, let me just say, Don, you sound very good at 4K. Haven't done much ham radio this week. This morning, though, Don also talked about 10 meters. Saw 10 was open to Europe. Worked a bunch of guys on FT8. And before the net here, it was open to Japan and Australia. So a lot of fun as the cycle goes up. That's all I got, Evan. W8KJR N4A to you.
Okay, Stephen, thank you.
So
I
four
guess you
call
guys started
is
to trend with,
southeast.
the bandwidth tonight. Good to have you in here and sounding pretty nice and strong. Appreciate your help with the relays earlier. Kilo Charlie 9, Alpha Alpha Papa. Good to have you checked in here tonight after a bit of a hiatus. What's new with you and ham radio? Go ahead.
Thanks, Evan. Yeah, it's been a while. Lots been going on. Been doing a lot of PODUP and ramping up on my CW. I think I activated Fort Bend with 50 QSOs last weekend, so been ramping up the speed on that. It's been a lot of fun. And finally got my 13 colonies clean sweep this week, so that's been awesome. And been forming a club here with a bunch of like-minded hams who love park on the air, so we have the piglets here down in Hamilton County, Indianapolis. So it's been a lot of fun. It's been a busy week, so back to you.
Okay, all good things. Sounds like you went up to some fun stuff. POTA's a blast, and I definitely need to get back out there. I'm overdue. Good to hear you again, Dave. Appreciate it. I think he said he was out, but just in case, Whiskey Zero India Alpha November, W0IAN. If you're still in there, man, go ahead. Tell us what you've been up to with the hobby.
So Whiskey Zero is a little too close to for a little bit in the skip zone. That 9 call.
Another call for Whiskey Zero India Alpha November. All right, he says he's tapping out. Sorry, it's not working out this evening. Kilo Bravo 8, Uniform Foxtrot Papa. Come on in here. Tell us what you've been up to with ham radio in the past week.
So hopefully you guys are hearing that okay. He's pretty light copy to me. It's about a 5 and 7. So your 5 is your readability. You give the guy like a 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending on how clear his voice is. And then there's 0 through 9 for the power that you're receiving him at. So a really good signal, you give him 5.9. So he's ballpark about a 5.7 to me.
Definitely an easy copy tonight. Good to have you joining in. All right, I got somebody that needs to get in and out of here, so we'll take a standby. I've got a few others waiting in the wings yet to have their turn, but we'll take a quick stop for check-ins. Anyone else looking to join the HRCC net, W8KJR net control? Come now.
Yeah, so now he's taking more calls, guys that are sitting off to the side waiting to check in. I've already checked in.
That was a perfect double. One of them was for sure W4ODU.
It's pretty easy. Evan, who does the net, is approximately about 20 over to me. Beautiful signal, no problem copying him. He does have an amplifier. Works out real good for him.
November 1, Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Checked in. Anyone else?
So 1 calls are New England.
Whiskey Victor 5 Golf. I think I heard Kilo Juliet 7 November Whiskey Kilo. Is that Nick? Okay, Nick, I got you in there, in and out, buddy. You're not sounding too bad tonight. You've been louder, but I didn't have to struggle. So thanks for checking in. Anybody else? Whiskey 5, Tango Papa. Whiskey 5, Tango Papa, and Kilo Charlie 2, Oscar Kilo Kilo. Anybody else?
Kilo Delta 2, Oscar Kilo Kilo.
Golf.
So this net usually runs for about an hour.
Kilo, correction on the call. Kilo
So
Delta 2.
if we get some
Oscar
people
Kilo
jumping
Kilo.
on,
Station
asking
ending in
questions,
golf
we'll
again.
run long. I don't have a problem sitting down here and answering questions.
Golf,
This is our first official live stream.
Whiskey Victor
I
5
did a
Golf.
test stream
Checked in.
a couple
Anybody
days
else?
ago, but now that I got everything working, so we're gonna play with this and see how it rolls. So don't hesitate to ask any questions.
Sierra Yankee got you checked in. Thank you. In and out. Sorry. Anybody else?
Whiskey 3, Mike Fox Bravo.
Alpha, Alpha, 0, Zulu, in and out.
2.
Alpha, Alpha, 0, Zulu, in and out. Got you in there. And there was a W3 mic that I didn't catch. Can you come again, please?
Whiskey 3, Mike Fox Bravo. Whiskey 3, Mike Fox Bravo in Elverson, Pennsylvania. 1355, Roger.
Okay, you faded a little bit on me. I got Whiskey 3 Mike Fox Bravo. Your signal report here is about a 5.5 when QSB is not taking you out. And name here is Evan, located in Northwest Ohio, and you're on the ham radio crash course net. Planning to stick around for comments, or do we need to go ahead and mark you as in and out, my friend? Go ahead.
I'll stick around if that's okay.
We welcome it. Thank you. Anybody else looking to check in, please come now. Kilo Echo 0 Victor Victor Whiskey, in and out. Anybody else?
Victor Alpha 3 Juliet Tango.
November 5 something again. Okay, does anyone have a relay for this November 5? I'm struggling on the last one.
Yeah, November 5, try again. Got November 5 Romeo Delta. Try again for me a little slower. Somebody's tuning over you.
November 5, Romeo Delta.
November 5 Romeo Delta Foxtrot. QSL. Mike, got it. November 5 Romeo Delta Mike. QSL.
So they have relays around the country that are able to hear each other, and if one can't hear them or has a real light copy, there'll be another relay that'll jump in and pick the guy up.
Relay go.
Yeah, I had two of them. Kilo November 6 Tango Sierra Delta. Again, Kilo November 6 Tango Sierra Delta via West Coast remote. There's also another one who I do personally know. Victor Alpha 3 Juliet Tango. Victor Alpha 3 Juliet Tango. Evan, QSL?
QSL, Jameson, in and out. Go ahead.
Yeah, roger. Very good. Well, thanks for checking in.
So Victor Alpha 3, that's up in Canada, kind of near Toolman Tim.
Okay, I'm adding KN6TSD and VA3JT. Thank you guys for checking in. And Jameson, thanks for your help with relay. This is W8KJR for the HRCC net. Anybody else looking to check in, come now. Is that Whiskey 7 Juliet Alpha Golf?
So I can't hear that Whiskey 7 station.
Okay, Whiskey 7 Juliet Alpha Golf, I got you checked in. You're pretty quiet tonight. I will put you on the list, and hopefully things will get better when we come back for comments. Anyone else? Kilo Echo 7 Delta Uniform X-Ray. Got you checked in, Ethan. Anybody else?
Tango X-Ray Quebec 4 Radio Uniform Echo QRP.
So if you heard that QRP station, that is low power, so he's running anywhere from 5 to 10 watts. I currently am running 100 watts on my radio. That's pretty standard.
Are you planning on sticking around for comments here in a few minutes?
Yeah, we'll try to stick around.
Appreciate that. Thank you. Anybody else checking in, please come now.
Relay.
Checking in. KC3 LQG.
Okay, I heard a relay, but I also heard a clear as day Alpha Charlie 3. So let's get the Alpha Charlie 3, please. Was there an Alpha Charlie again? Okay, I heard it clear as a bell. Alec, go ahead with your relay.
Alpha Bravo 5 Tango X-Ray. Daniel was trying to check in. I don't think you can hear him, but he's loud here in Kentucky. This is N4OG.
Okay, I'll get Daniel added. Thank you, Alec. Anybody else looking to check in, please come now.
Kilo Charlie 3, Lima, Quebec Golf, checking in.
Okay, there it is. Kilo Charlie 3, Lima, Quebec Golf. Got you in there. Are you planning on sticking around for comments?
Sure, sticking around for comments. Newark, Delaware.
Excellent, thank you. Anybody else looking to check into the ham radio crash course net? W8KJR's net control, please come now.
Victor Alpha 4, Foxtrot Uniform Kilo, checking in.
Victor Alpha 4, Foxtrot Uniform Kilo. Got you checked in.
So Victor Alpha 4 is another Canada.
Tango X-Ray Quebec.
Ending Quebec.
So there's no internet or anything hooked up to this radio receive-wise. Everything is done through the air. It's all radio to radio. It's basically over the horizon. You know, these guys are thousands of miles away from me, but we're all still able to talk back and forth.
Thank you for your patience, my friend. Will you stick around for comments tonight? Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, wow. That was a lot more than I expected to pick up. See what you did, Connor? This is all your fault. No, thanks, guys, for checking in. We'll be back to you all for comments. I'm going to pick up where I left off on our list for tonight, which was, let's see, Kilo Oscar 4, Tango Whiskey, Quebec. You're up next on the HRCC net. What have you been doing with ham radio? Go ahead.
This is Kilo Oscar 4, Tango Whiskey, Quebec. Yeah, I've just been sorting out some antenna issues here, put up another mast, move some antennas around, and I think I found a way to get my inset half wave, which is I'm running in an inverted V, kind of up probably another 16 feet and oriented, maybe a little bit better than it is right now. So, work in progress, haven't quite got that done yet, but I'm going to try to see what happens because, you know, try it and see what happens, right? So that's pretty much what I've been up to. Happy to be back at the QTH instead of off at work, and that's really about it. Kilo 4, TWQ, back to Net Control.
Okay, Drew, you're sounding pretty nice here, man. It's good to have you checked in. Next up, I've got Kilo Oscar 4, Kilo Victor Tango. On the ham radio crash course net, WAKHR's net control. What have you been doing with ham radio in the past week? Go ahead. Another call for KO4, KVT. Okay, I'm so sorry. I made a double with you briefly. You were definitely louder when you checked in. I'm so sorry about that. Hey, glad to have you join us this evening, and hope you can make it in here again. We're out here every week on 40 meters. Next up, November Alpha 9, Tango Echo.
All right, it's me. WAKJR NA9TE. How's it going, Evan? Just checking in and chasing a little bit of POTA. I'm currently live streaming on YouTube, so if anybody wants to hear their signal report, I'll drop the link in the Discord. Just kind of hanging out and having a little bit of fun. So I'll throw it back to Net Control. Thanks for doing this for us. NA9TE 73.
All right. Hope you guys are getting some good signal reports over there. And you're sounding nice here in Ohio tonight. Thanks for checking in. Kilo Mike 2, Quebec. I don't know what we owe the pleasure, but it's good to have you in here tonight. Kenneth, what's new with you, man?
So I'm done checking in, but that's my setup, so I'm going to sit here and hang out, listen to the net a little bit longer, see if we get some people to jump in. So we'll see how it goes.
Trying to get him interested in ham radio, but other than that, not much happening with ham radio lately. So I'll stay tuned for you guys and back to control.
All right, man, no harm done. Thought maybe the band crapped out on us. Thanks for checking in, Ken. It's good to hear from you, my man. Let's see, Alpha Delta 4 Sierra Alpha. Thanks for checking into the HRCC net. What sort of fun things have you been doing in ham radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Hey, good evening to the net from Alpha Delta 4 Sierra Alpha, Scott, Richmond, Virginia. Been fighting with a couple of homebrew satellite antennas, and I just threw about $1,100 worth of rotators and commercially built beam antennas in my cart for HRO. So I tell you what, I need y'all's help. If I can get 15 people in the Discord to tell me to ride up to Woodbridge tomorrow to go spend my money, I'll do it. The justification being I got enough people listening to my HF signal, I don't have to worry about it. If I don't have 15, I need to work on the HF. Anyway, thanks for the net. Back to you, W8KJR from AD4SA.
Okay, well, I hope you get the help that you need. And I hope you get the satellite antenna up and running. Thanks for checking in with us tonight. K5LLM was in and out. Whiskey Zero, Whiskey Lima Alpha Mobile. Thanks for checking in to the Ham Radio Crash Course Net. What's new with you?
Good evening, Net Control. Just been enjoying the 10-meter openings over the past couple of days. Had a lot of good contacts around the States and Canada, and actually talked to a friend of mine there yesterday on 10 meters for about 40 minutes with 5-minute signals monthly. So that was pretty neat. But that's about it. Just kind of chasing that 10-meter opening. People are on the net tonight. I'll go back to Net Control, W0, WLA, Mobile.
All right, W0WLA. Very nice signal from the mobile tonight. Thanks for joining. Kilo Fox Zero, Hotel Lima. Thanks for checking into the HRCC net. What's new with you and Ham Radio?
So we're in Discord too, so one of the net controllers just messaged me, so I'm going to reply to him real quick.
Okay, maybe he had to move along. W4ODU, if you're still out there. Go right ahead.
Yeah, Roger, Dodger. This is W4 Oscar Delta Uniform transmitting at a beautiful 5 kilohertz wide. Good evening, everybody. Just getting ready to head out for work, but thought I'd say hello to the net. Sorry I'm not able to be much of a relay because I've just been waiting for Evan to finally get around to my stuff here so I can actually say hi to you. But anyway, this is W4ODU. We're running a 3-element EID beaming southwest. It is currently set on top of 3 sawhorses, which are on the roof of our building. And the reason it's pointed southwest is because that is how I built it, and I don't have enough. I don't have enough room on the roof to turn it towards Europe, so I'm gonna have to disassemble it.
Connor is 15 over to me.
Direction. This is W4ODU. Thank you for allowing me to check in.
All right, Connor, and I appreciate you being so patient. The antenna's sounding very nice, and so's the audio. Thanks for checking in tonight. Alpha India 5, Bravo X-Ray. Thanks for checking into the HRCC net. What have you been doing at Ham Radio in the past week? Go ahead.
Well, I was about to fall asleep, but I got rudely awakened.
That's a really big signal. That's 20 over to me.
Net, so, that was very fortunate. I was able to warm up the amp in time to get on. Tomorrow I will be attending the Ham Fest in Marlton, Arkansas. So getting prepared to that, not looking for anything in particular, but I'm limiting myself to about $400 on this trip, so hopefully it shouldn't be too painful, whatever I come back with. But that's all I'm up to right about now. Over.
All right, well, I am glad that the HF thing woke you up so you could stop in and hang out. I mean, sleep's overrated anyway. Thanks for checking in with us tonight, my friend. Hope you had fun at the Ham Fest. November 1, Foxtrot. Good evening.
Good evening, good buddy. This is N1SSS. I don't know about you, but personally, I ain't been doing much this week. I'm just been listening to them big, wide 5 kilohertz signals. That really gets my jimmies, you know what I'm saying? I love interfering with other people for no reason whatsoever. That really is my favorite thing. Oh, I kid, but still, I don't really see the point where most transceivers can't go beyond maybe 3 kilohertz max. Mine goes to 3.6 on the Icon 7300, but that's pushing it. There's N1
right, man. Appreciate you checking in, and you're sounding pretty good here tonight. Good to hear from you, and I can echo that I haven't done a whole heck of a lot this week. Whiskey 5 Tango Papa, or to his cult members, Walmart 5 toilet paper. Good evening, Craig.
That's one of my favorite call signs. Oh, now here comes the music. What else is new?
Whiskey 5 Tango Papa. The missile knows where it is at all times. It knows it because it knows where it isn't. By subtracting where it is from where it isn't, or where it isn't from where it is, it obtains a difference or deviation. The guidance subsystem uses deviations to generate corrective commands to drive the missile from a position where it is to a position where it isn't, arriving at a position where it wasn't it now is.
All right, thanks for checking in, man. It's always good to hear you. And beautiful signal in there from Arkansas tonight. Thank you so much. Kilo Delta 2, Oscar Kilo Kilo. You're up next on the HRCC net. Thanks for checking in. What have you been doing in ham radio this past week?
Hey, Evan. Thanks for hosting the net. This past week I've been recutting my radio,
Hey, Brian, how's it going? Last project. Nice to see you in here. So this is the ham radio crash course net. Just kind of poke around. It's on 40 meters, 7.250. So if you got any questions, feel free to hit us up.
All right, Chaz. Thanks for checking in tonight, man. I do appreciate it. And pretty solid signal in there from New York tonight. Whiskey Victor 5 Golf. You're up next on the ham radio crash course net. W8KJR.
Hey, no worries. I get it. I know you're on the move. So hang out as long as you want. Have a drink. I've already got mine going since we're talking ham radio.
Get ready to go to Pacific Beach with the We4DX guys next week. So other than packing things up and making sure I have all my stuff, that's about it. I know you got a lot of people in the net, so I'll let you go on. Thank you for having me, and I'll catch you some other time. This is Whiskey Victor 5 Golf, back to net control.
Okay, Daniel, appreciate it, and thanks for saying hello. Next, I've got Whiskey 3, Mike Foxtrot Bravo. Thanks for checking into the HRCC net. What have you been doing in ham radio in the past week?
So as I was saying earlier, Brian, what you're seeing above is the entire waterfall. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay.
Another call for Whiskey 3, Mike Foxtrot
This is pretty much the 40-meter band. You'll see some interference with some music as well.
We had a few in and out stations.
It's the European broadcast band as well.
W7JAG, thanks for checking
Yep,
in.
I already went.
What have you been doing with ham radio
So
the past week?
a couple minutes ago, I was able to get in. I checked in a little bit early, so I've just been kind of hanging around and giving it a listen, see how things go. Signals are doing really good tonight. I've been pretty much hearing everybody that's there.
Another call for Whiskey 7, Juliet Alpha Golf. All right, Kilo Echo 7, Delta Uniform X-Ray. Ethan, go ahead. Another call for Kilo Echo 7, Delta Uniform X-Ray.
Dude, there's like 60 to 70 people already checked in. I'm going to just let them roll.
Kilo 4, Radio Uniform Echo. Good evening, and thanks for checking into the HRCC net. What have you been doing with ham radio the past week? Go ahead.
It's been this is a pretty busy net, honestly. So I'll have the entire list once they finish up. Dude, I wish Erin could check in. She needs to upgrade to her general, because this is HF. This is a frequency she's not allowed to play in. She's just a technician. So as soon as she gets her general, then she can come down here and start playing in here. She could check in using my call, but I have to be down here with her. So as soon as she gets her general, then we'll get her on HF and let her play.
You're holding pretty strong at about a 5x5. Let's see. I know Daniel checked in there with Alec. I know Alec could hear him. I've kind of got a dead spot to Texas this evening. N4OG, do you want to give Daniel a call for us and see if we can get him in here for a comment?
Yeah, Roger, Evan. This is November 4 Oscar Golf, Alpha Bravo 5, Tango X-Ray. If you're in there, let us know what you've been doing in ham radio this week. Over.
No, there's not. You're only allowed one call sign. The only time you'd use a modifier to your call sign is if you are working in another country. So, like, if I went up north to Canada, if I was doing radio up there, it'd be my call sign NA9TE stroke, like VA3 for Victor Alpha 3, working in that area. There is one guy who does have multiple calls in different countries, but that's legal for for what he's doing. They're all amateur radio based out of that country. But yeah, you can only have one U.S. call sign.
I have Kilo Charlie 3, Lima, Quebec Golf. Thanks for checking in.
It just kind of keeps people honest. Once you know somebody's call sign, you can look it up and get information that you need to contact them outside of ham radio.
I'm trying to figure out what the heck to do with my amplifier. So I've got an old 811, and I want to get it working as well as I possibly can. I want to reach as far as I possibly can. I seem to have a line somewhere around the middle of the United States, and it just doesn't go any farther than that.
How's the audio on the
greatly appreciate that.
radio sounding?
All right, good to have you in here. I don't know if you've
no rap battles.
Familiar with the Ham Radio Crash Course, but we're just a friendly group of hams that exists because of the YouTube channel of the same name. I hope you can make it in here on a weekly basis. It'd be great to have you. Victor Alpha 4 Fox Uniform Kilo, one of the better call signs I've heard tonight. Thanks for checking in with us this evening. What have you been doing with ham radio? Go ahead. I heard KI6NAZ. I got you checked in. Let me make sure, Josh, you are on the list. If you give me 1 second, we'll be right down to you for comments. You're like next up after KF4TXQ. I'll take one more call for VA4FQ.
So KI6NAZ is Josh Nash from the Ham Radio Crash Course. He's the YouTuber that this net is for.
All right, nothing heard from FUK. Kilo Fox 4, Tango X-Ray, Quebec. Good evening.
This is Sam in Alabama, Kilo Fox 4, Tango X-Ray Quebec. I hope you can hear me all right. But anyway, you copy me well enough to talk?
Yeah, some of us are hearing you just fine. Go ahead.
Thank you very much. This is Sam in Alabama. Hey, Bill, Alabama.
Yeah. Not gonna happen in ham radio. Unfortunately, it's all in the clear. You can't encrypt it or anything, so that's kind of how that works. They do have some digital modes, but everything's out there. You can do DMR, D-Star. Those are all like the UHF, VHF modes. You also have P25, which a lot of police departments are on. But that's all for local communications.
This is Sam, KF4TXQ, Dadeville, Alabama, over.
Okay, thank you for checking in. It got better toward the end. I had kind of a rough go on it at the beginning. I appreciate you joining us tonight, and hope to have you in here again. The man of the hour has decided to pay us a visit. Kilo India 6, November Alpha Zulu, checking in on his namesake net. What have you been up to, Josh? Go ahead.
Right. Thanks, Brian. So this guy talking right now is Josh KI6NAZ.
All right, Josh, I'll be looking forward to that stream, as I'm sure most of the rest of us will too. Sounds like a good one. Thanks for taking time to check in with us tonight. Looking forward to catching you tomorrow live on YouTube. Anybody else looking to join the Ham Radio Crash Course?
Josh does a weekly Saturday night stream, then jumps on Discord after the fact and does voice chat. Also streams that, so you can get in there and ask him questions as well. I figured I'd jump on, see how this goes. I'm glad the audio is working. I was having a little bit of trouble a couple days ago, but seems to be working. I can see the audio mixer, and it's definitely doing a lot better.
Okay, I have a relay for November 4, November Yankee X-Ray. Okay, I am just barely hearing you enough to know that it's you. I got you on the list. November 4, November Yankee X-Ray. We copy. I'm going to mark you as in and out tonight. That one's a little rough. I don't know why. Usually you come in here okay. So, weird conditions this evening. Anybody else looking to check in, please come now.
I'm not hearing too many other check-ins. Everybody must already be in.
Anybody else for the Ham Radio Crash Course Net? W8KJR is net control. Please come now. All right, let's throw some gas on the fire. Alec, you want to take a relay call for me, N4OG?
So that's one of the relays.
Sure, Evan. This is November 4 Oscar Golf for the Ham Radio Crash Course Weekly HFNet. If you have not checked in and you'd like to check in, please come with your call phonetically now.
Kilo Charlie 1, Romeo Alpha Delta.
Kilo Charlie 1, Romeo Alpha
All right,
Delta.
see you later, Brian. Have a good weekend. I'll catch you some point over the weekend. I still got to eat my wings tonight, so I'll post that up in our Telegram. So enjoy your weekend. Looking forward to your Monday episode for your podcast.
Whiskey 8 Kilo Juliet Romeo, back to you. This is N4OG.
Okay, Alex, thank you. I'll see if they can hear me. I did copy them. Kilo Charlie 1, Radio Alpha Delta. Good evening. Go ahead with your comments tonight. You know what, Alec? Why don't you just call those guys and we'll call it a night?
Yeah, Roger. Kilo Charlie 1, Romeo Alpha Delta. Let us know what you've been doing in ham radio this week.
Yeah, thank you. Kilo Charlie 1, Romeo Alpha Delta. I'm a very new ham. I got my technician in April, my general in July. This week I've just been fooling around down the basement. I'm waiting for a net fest to come to New Hampshire next week. So I told them that the ham fest and check out all the goods there. So that's about all that's going on up here in Massachusetts. AC1, RAD.
Yeah, Roger, man. Hey, thanks for checking in with us. Congratulations on being a new ham, and I hope you're enjoying it. And feel free to check in with us every week here. We announce our frequency on Discord, but we're on 40 every Friday night. All right, November 7, Hotel Echo X-Ray. It's your turn, man. Let us know what you've been doing.
This guy's up in Oregon. Pretty good signal. It's always fun to see those little tracers go running across the screen. About halfway up, that's what that is. Hey Quint, how you doing? This is the Ham Radio Crash Course Net. They're kind of working through stations right now. I was already took my turn, so we're just kind of sitting here listening to it. Net Controls out of Ohio. I am around Chicago, so.
This is November 4 Oscar Golf. I'll send it back to Net Control.
Excellent. Thank you, Alec. Thank you, KC1RAD. Thank you, N7HCX. Good to hear you guys. Anybody else for the Ham Radio Crash Course Net, please come now. Alrighty then. I think that about does it. 46 check-ins. I'm not sad about
46 is really good.
Thank you to everyone for joining us tonight on the Ham Radio Crash Course Net. A pleasure to have you join the party with us tonight. Just a friendly group of radio amateurs that exists because of the YouTube channel of the same name. Be sure and catch Josh live tomorrow on YouTube, showing off some kind of cool CW thing. With that, 73, hope to catch you next week. This is WAKJR Clear.
Thanks for running the net, Evan. NA9TE.
Thank you, Alpha India 5 Bravo X-Ray.
Thank you, Evan, W8FNG.
7-3, guys.
7-3, W3ATX.
N5SKT or N4AT, you guys around?
Yeah, N4AT, 5SKT.
Yeah, you guys both sound good. You came back at the same time. Yeah, let me see. Steven, come back one more time.
Hello, I'm coming back one more time. Hello, Jameson.
Yeah, hello, Steven. You're 10 over tonight. Don, come again?
Yeah, hi, Jameson. How are you tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing good. You're 10 over as well. Man, you guys are always booming in. Steven, do you run a step IR on 40?
Yes, but it's the same one Josh has, so it's just a fold to dipole over.
Oh, okay, Roger. I didn't know Josh had a step IR. Steven, what do you run? Or, sorry, Don, what do you run?
I run a DX Commander, and Steven, is yours up at a proper height like Josh's using?
Yeah, it's up at 50 feet. So not as high as it should be, right? But it's up a bit more than on top of a roof.
There's a big signal. It is 20, yeah, 20 over to me.
Okay, yeah, very good, because you're always real strong. And like tonight, I could...
Don's about 10 over, N5SKT.
His voice, but that was it. I can just simply sit there. Of course, that could be on my end, too.
Yeah, it is actually a little bit directional. It's up high enough for that, but not really enough. I mean, if the station's like 4 and 4, and you turn it a little bit, you may get them up to like a 5 and 5, but not enough to really care, especially if you're doing digital. You just let it ride.
Yeah, the band faded on you, or either that or you turned the beam. I don't know which, but your signal went down to about a 5.8 here.
Okay, I'll turn the bandwidth down and concentrate the power a bit more. Well, Jameson, if you're still in there, I won't hold it. I'll send it back to you, N4A2.
Oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah, I was going to say, you're still running 4K wide. I am now. I should probably dial it back. But, yeah, you guys all sounded good tonight. I can't remember who all was running 4K. I know Connor was running 5. I think, Steven, you were running 4K or something. And, I don't know. I think Don was also running 4K. I got recordings of everybody running real wide tonight with proper width on the roofing filter and IF. So, if you want them, feel free to send me a message and I can shoot them over to you. Oh, there goes my phone. All right. Well, I'm gonna hop on down. Probably 30-meter CW or something. I don't know. I'm bored. I figure I'd do some CW tonight. So I'm gonna be out of here. I just figured I'd tell you guys you're sounding good. Sounded real good with the wide bandwidth tonight.
Do sound really good.
WFNG will be out.
Yeah, it's 73, Jameson. I just flipped back up to 4K just for the hell of it. But anyway, yeah, you're sounding good as usual, and so is Steven. And the whole time I've been listening at 3K wide. So even if somebody's running 4K, I'm not really hearing it. Anyway, 73, have a good evening. This is N5SKT.
7-3, Don, take care.
7-3, gentlemen, have a good night. NA9TE. That's November Alpha 9 Tango Echo.
I don't know. Steven, are you still in there? Who was that?
November
that's
9,
November Alpha 9
Tango
Tango
Echo, if I got the call right. He's pretty clear to me.
Oh, man, Ben went long. I had him 10 over to begin with. He's nothing now.
Yeah, I've got him about 5'8".
Yeah, Don, you're about 10 over to me, so you're sounding real good, NA9TE.
Yeah, and where are you at? Are you in Wisconsin, or am I just like imagining that?
60 miles due west of Chicago.
Okay, yeah, over, not close to, but near anyway. Sean, Whiskey 9 FFF. So yeah, I kind of know where you're at. Also, oh yeah, I know, because you showed the picture of Carlos earlier, didn't you?
Yeah, Carlos just walked out of my house. He dropped off some stuff to me. They're headed over to jump this weekend.
Oh, okay. Did I talk to you then on the Sean's member thing then?
Yep, that was me.
Okay. So see, we've seen each other.
Yeah, roger that. I've heard you many, many times. So I'm actually streaming this on YouTube right now. I posted the link in Discord.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I think the band is going even longer, like Jameson was saying, because you're fading on me. But anyway, yeah, I appreciate you jumping in there. And you had a good, strong signal at the time of the net, but yeah, I think things are, as it gets darker, things are getting longer there, bro. Yeah,
roger that. You're dropping down a little bit too. You're about a 5'9" right now, so I'm gonna jump out. I'll catch you gentlemen later. N5SKT NA9TE 73.
Yeah, 73 N9ATE. This is N5SKT.
Hey, Don, what mic is that?
All right, gentlemen, everybody, I'm going to jump out and get this shut down, and I will catch you guys later. Thanks for stopping by.